Day 6 of the Ken Paxton impeachment trial continued today with a focus on the articles dealing with conspiracy.
The Attorney General is accused of conspiring with a political donor to help fight off state and federal investigators.
Fox 7 Austin's chief political reporter, Rudy Koski, joining us now in the newsroom with more on today's testimony. And Rudy, how are prosecutors trying to establish this conspiracy charge?
Yeah, Mike, they brought in, and pretty much all day the testimony was from the outside counsel that Ken Paxton hired, a guy by the name of Brandon Kamak, an attorney from Houston. He was there to kind of help out and investigate the accusations that Nate Paul was making in regards to whether or not he was being railroaded by investigators. Brandon Kamak was testified that he was compelled, found the arguments compelling, somewhat believable, and he was more than happy to go and start working the case, which he did with a lot of excitement, which the Attorney General and Nate Paul and Nate Paul's attorney were more than happy to help him move forward with.
Has Nate Paul's bank fraud indictment come up yet? It is one of the investigations he was trying to fight.
Yeah, you know, everyone in the room, in the Senate chamber, they're very much aware of the indictment against Nate Paul and Paul's trial being put on hold because of this impeachment hearing, and it's not going to happen until it's over. Now, later on, late today, the president of Amplify Credit Union, he testified how they were trying to foreclose on 3 properties, 3 loans that Nate Paul had that for non-payment, and Paul got the Attorney General to issue an opinion to stall that property auction, and a very pivotal moment in that testimony was when that bank president was asked who benefited from that opinion and slowing down that process, and he testified Nate Paul benefited.
Now, the Attorney General's indictment for security fraud really hasn't come up yet in detail in the proceedings. What's going to happen with that, if anything?
Yeah, you know, those articles, there were 3 articles of impeachment associated with that, another involving ethics. They were pulled out of this this trial. They're kind of being held right now. There's the possibility, depending on the outcome of this trial and the 16 articles that remain, that these 4 other ones that are being held, they could be dismissed or they could be put into the back pocket. We'll wait and see what happens with the security fraud trial, which is ongoing in the Houston area. Another hearing is set for early October. What happens with that case? And depending on the outcome of that trial, those articles of impeachment in dealing with the security fraud and the ethics claim, they could come back and we could have this all over again, right? Another trial.
Well, prosecutors and the defense have a time limit for this trial. How much time is left?
Yeah, tick-tock, tick-tock. This is like pitchers in Major League Baseball being on the clock with the number to get the pitches to home plate. Both started off with a total of 24 hours. Now, prosecutors, they started today with a little more than 9 hours left in that 24 hours that they had. Defense had about 12 hours left, and by my calculations, the House prosecutors may be down by the end of today to just 2 hours, meaning tomorrow could be a very short day, and we just may get into closing arguments by late tomorrow, but most likely Thursday.
Okay, as you said, the clock is ticking. Rudy Koski, live from the newsroom. Thank you, Rudy.